I was out looking for some Imaginext castles to live in, but I ended up bringing home princesses. So I'm trying to get through lots of reviews that I've always wanted to do. So I'm going to throw in some entire wave reviews. This is a pretty awesome collection. Ever After High is still being made. It seems to be, at least in Canada, an Amazon exclusive. None of the stores carry it. Walmart just stopped carrying Monster High here as well. But keep seeing new stuff coming out, so I'm happy with that. It's changed a little bit. It's more simplified, more oriented to a younger audience nowadays. This is a very classic, well-detailed series. Probably one of my favorites, but no, they're all my favorites. I will show you an Ever After High collection one day. I do have every figure except for the San Diego Comic-Cons. Let's open these up. In this series is Blondie Locks. That's her in her beautiful package. And here is Ashlynn. And here is Puppy O'Hare. And here is C.A. Cupid. I could have opened up this series for Valentine's Day and used her as the excuse. They look so good. Hope there's stands in here. So I'm really freaking out how nice these are. I like them. Now here's how I feel. Let me explain to you the whole Monster High, Ever After High thing, and how I'm able to still like the ones that they're making today, because they are clearly different. These ones are so refined and so beautiful, and the layering, and what I especially like that some people may see as the downfall of them is that there are no extra paint applications to the accessories. So that is what I like about toys. Solid, bright colors, or solid muted colors, whatever mood you're going for. But when you put two pieces of plastic together in different shades, because it's just the mold, there's no mistakes in the paint application or anything. Simple and perfect, and that's what I like. Like, that is what a toy is to me. A little perfect representation of life. The details are incredible. Like, there's stockings and shoes and books. All the layers of clothing are individual pieces. Some of that has gone away with today's Ever After High, but I don't see it as the same entity. It's a different collection. There's these, they're still toys, they're still dolls, but they're definitely works of art. Now, the ones that we're getting today are much more simplified. It really is a toy, and I appreciate it for what it is. If I don't compare the two, I'm not disappointed, because if I see a new powerful princess, I can appreciate it for what it is. I love the concept. They're still really pretty, they're still really cute, they're still bright and colorful. I respect them in different ways. I do like the new ones just as much as I like these. It's just different. Now with Monster High, the concept I really liked, but they were made a little too old. The makeup was a little more harsh. When they refined it after the reboot, I could appreciate it more as a toy. I like cute things better. Toys are cute. They were cute before. They just changed the degree of cuteness. I did like Monster High initially. I thought the concept was fantastic. They're monsters. They're girls. They're cute. They're struggling between being a monster and being good. They were good monsters, but they made them cuter. And they actually made them more like these, which some people did not like. To me, it improved them. It changed the degree of cuteness. It just took them down to a cuter level, more age appropriate. They certainly did not look like junior high girls. They didn't look like 18-year-old girls either. They had a lot of makeup on. They had very, very inappropriate clothing. And now they don't. They're more innocent, they're more cute, they're a toy. I totally understand where people are coming from, where they got something and then it changed over time and it's not what they liked. I used to look at Monster High dolls and I used to say, these are really awesome, but I would like them if They took away this paint. They didn't put on that makeup. They made those colors brighter. They made those colors match. They didn't make these things match. Everything that I thought could improve them, they did it to them. And I think me and all of the 5 to 8-year-old girls are loving it, but the adult collectors don't feel the same way. Like I said, I do understand, but these are toys. This was not supposed to be a lecture. Let's take a look at these and really appreciate what they were. I think how the stands are represented here are, these are royals with the gold, Poppy's undecided in silver, she's both, and Cupid is a rebel in black. The stands were great, I have to admit to that. Let's take a look at this Poppy. Okay, we got a book that opens and closes. They have it open. I don't like a non-mechanical hinge, unfortunately. That can break very easily, but it's really cute that the book opens and closes. And it's got, a nice little like compass journey on it. And then she has this beautiful lantern in 2 tones of plastic with the gold candle in there. So much detail. It's actually 3 shades of plastic that are stuck together. The colors aren't done with paint. It just does a better job. Sleek, clean. And she's got this, it's like a wool felt hat. Very nice. The attention to detail. Her hair is glued down. She's got like a razor blade comb thing going on one earring. And then she's got a hair dryer on the other earring. A very ornate necklace. The jacket is a separate piece. You can see her dress is a halter. Oh, not a halter, but with invisible straps. And then they have this separate dress that she wears over these tights in purple, these edgy black shoes. The detail, every edge is hemmed. Well, maybe the collar isn't hemmed there, but I really, oh, is she dabbing? No. Is that what that's called? Look at that. So 80s inspired, so incredible. Incredible outfit. Book has the same thing on the inside. This compass thing. I don't think I showed you her bracelet. I can't even see what that is, but it's so nice. Ashlynn. Wow. I can't get over her glass slippers. See how ornate they are? Crazy details. That is also reflected in her lantern. Look at that. It looks so like ornately religious. Beautiful. Just can't. I always thought I belonged in a castle and thought I should live in one. One day when I make the money that I should be making, my home will look like a castle. Not necessarily on the outside, but on the inside I will have castle furniture. And this is her hood. I'm going to take out these stitches here because it's the only way you're going to see incredible detail. So she's got these mesh sleeves. I really like her gold accessories. Look at this belt and that bracelet and how it's all ornate all the way around. They use the same fabric all the way around. This isn't a hemmed edge, but it still looks really great. Look at those leaves. Golden leaves. You don't get more royal than that. This is the Through the Woods line. And look at how that is reflected in the skirt. They've got this dark edge to them. Olden days, antique, drafty castles are kind of a creepy thing, but they're still beautiful, which is why I like them. Look at her beautiful hair. Look at the frill on the cape. Okay, here's Goldie. Let's look at her lantern again. The color combinations have a lot to do with it too. The pink and green that they've chosen, and the same goes for the blue and the yellow. And look at this splashed, very light through the trees pattern on her skirt. This diary with the key spine. Isn't that really cool? Do they have anything inside, or is it just... No, it's just the print of what's going on. That's how she holds it. I'm gonna undo her hood so you can see what's going on under here. So she's got a bow and she's got some mesh sleeves. Definitely a through the trees pattern on her dress. And her hood has this complementary pattern with bears and bows and stars on it. And a nice little ruffly border there. And the blue mesh stockings that match her sleeves. Of course, they go all the way on her feet. She's got some darker black boots that add some edge to it. Two of them have their hair gelled down. In my opinion, that signifies that they're not necessarily for play. She's got some gel going back here. That's kind of not cool. It's like a dirty dog, a dirty bear. And all of these are highly articulated with wrists, elbows, shoulders, waists, knees, no ankles. And then we have Cupid. Oh, I like how her lantern is a little more contrasty. When I have the light shining through it, it's pretty amazing. It's a brighter pink, and I do like that it clashes a little bit. Pretty cool, and it's pretty awesome that they sculpted each one separately for the individual doll. This is a more velvety hat instead of wool, and she's got the pink and white hair, and then her wings are attached by this collar piece, which is pretty awesome. And every time that they give her wings, they recreate them. And look how beautiful they are. Again, two different molded colored plastics. I love that. Not too matchy. Her boots and her belt aren't the same color. Her belt is beautiful. It has a hard buckle. She too has a spooky through the trees pattern. And then her little cape has a button. We never see that anymore. And this is what her dress looks like. So it is attached, but it is two different complementary patterns, clashing but not. Mesh stockings, real mesh stockings, and boots, like in a dark, tarnished gold. And she has binoculars instead of a book. It appears that she can see love with them. And the way that they always give her the little heart in her lips. She apparently has subtle but very shimmery makeup. One of the other things that made these appeal to me so much was the size of their heads. It made them look old-fashioned, and they looked like dolls that little girls in Victorian times would play with. In the more recent dolls, they have shrunk their heads. They repurpose and reuse the same heads, putting in different color hair, doing their makeup differently, casting the head in a different color tone to make them different characters. For some reason, they kept the old head with Cupid, and she still has the giant noggin while everybody else has a shrunken head. And I guess I'm okay with that. I think I would prefer that all the heads match. That was something that I had to get used to because one of the main things was of the misproportioned heads just made them look over the top old-fashioned. I don't know if it's the fact that I've just opened these, but right now this is my favorite line. Legacy Days would probably really be my favorite, but I don't know. Like, this is just a fine example of amazing craftsmanship. I wouldn't want to give this to a 5 to 8-year-old little girl or boy because the pieces would be lost. The new ones, there are some accessories, but this is for a different kind of... They're pretty special. Hopefully whoever gets these treats them really special. It's art. It's why I'm into toys in the first place. It's just, you can see the magic and the thought and the creativity that went into these. This is why I'm a toy collector. The first dolls I ever bought, in fact, were Throne Coming. And they were on sale at Toys R Us. I looked at them. I saw that they were like in a bin, just thrown in a bin, and they were marked down to, I don't know, somewhere $10 or $12. It was like a couple weeks. It was this long sale. And I kept walking by them because I go to the toy store all the time. I was super into castle stuff at the time, Imaginext castle stuff. I noticed them and I saw them. I saw how cheap they were. And then I stopped and I took a good look at them. And then I saw all the details, amazing details. And they were royal, and I couldn't believe that they were this price, and I thought it was a crime for me not to buy them. I was buying Masters of the Universe figures at that time, which would cost somewhere in the range of $30 to $50 for one 6-inch action figure, and I saw the amount of work that went into these, the layers of detail on them. It felt like I just discovered a priceless antique at a thrift store. I couldn't afford not to get them because of what great quality they were for that price. That's where the doll stuff all started. I was just looking for some Imaginext castles to live in, and I brought home princesses. Do you want to see me open 4 dolls at the same time? So amazing. These are so amazing.